Alright, so let's get started on the cuffs. The cuffs can be a little tricky, but I think we'll be able to get through it. So we're going to start on this side, and that's the left side. So the first thing that we're going to do is see what we're working with. So ideally, this portion here is where the buttonhole will go. And this portion here is where the button will go, right there. This is going to be over the top of this. Now, let's get rid of these, clicking and holding down the W key. Alright, we want to connect this portion to here, and we have to do it in a way where it wraps around the sleeve. So to do that, we're going to select the free sewing tool, and we're going to start actually with this portion here. We're going to select the left side, and we're going to click, and we're going to go to this cuff, and we're going to click here, just like so. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and hit the simulate button. I'm going to see what it gives us. Alright, perfect. So as you can see, connected this to here, and we're going to wrap around the hand. So the next point is going to be from this point to this edge, and it's going to end up around somewhere around there. So let's go ahead and see how that works. Using the free tool, the free sewing tool, we're going to select here to here, and then we're going to select from here to there. As you can see here, that sewing, we're going to go ahead and hit simulate. Perfect. Alright, so that's going to wrap around, it's going to curve around there. That's the idea. Alright, and then we're going to hit the go back to the sleeve. We're going to use the free sewing tool to select here to here. And we're going to select here to here. Alright, so let's see what the result gives us. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull this out of the hand so it's not stuck. Alright. Looking good so far. It's not too bad. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and close that sleeve up. So we're going to use the segment tool. Select one side of the sleeve and the other so we can close that up. Perfect. Alright. If your sleeve is a little long or whatnot, you can drag it up and maybe put a little pin there so you can keep it up temporarily, or you can actually shorten your sleeve by selecting all the elements above the sleeve hole and shifting it up. I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to use the pin method, but it's up to you if you do that, but just be mindful that you're selecting all of these elements here so that it only affects the length of the sleeve. Okay? Alright, so now that we have that together, as you can see, constructing this guy here. This should be over the top of this. This will be over the top of this. We have one more thing to connect. We need to connect this portion to this portion. Now this does look a little smaller than this. So what I may do is take this, move it over here, and just kind of drag it out a little bit. So I'll select these portions here, and I'm going to move it out just enough so that that matches up well. Okay, so that should be better. All right, I'm going to move it back. Perfect. All right, so what we're going to do is now do a segment sewing from here to here. So I'm going to go here to here. As you can see, that creates that. I'm going to hit the simulate button, and voila, everything there is connected. And the other arm has been doing this because it's been sewn together. What I'm going to do is get rid of these pins because it's keeping it in a certain place. Now that that arm is like that, you can just kind of pull it in. It could take a little bit of effort to get that guy going. Perfect. And now that sleeve is there. All right, good. We're not quite done with the sleeve yet because we want to do some more things to it, but for now that's looking pretty good. Now that I do sleeve the arms, I do definitely want to shorten those arms, so let's go ahead and do that if you haven't. If you have already, you can leave them as is. I'm going to select all of these here. And remember, since it is a symmetrical design, anything I do to one side will do to the other. So I'm going to click, hold down shift, and then drag, and go straight up. I'm not going to go left and right, just go straight up. Alright, let's see what happens. Hold down to simulate. I think that's a good place for it to be. Alright, perfect. Not too bad. Alright, great. So we were able to get the cuff done. We were able to get the sleeves sewed in, get everything done there. So what we're going to do next is start working on the buttons of the shirt.